in our now in our previous lesson or the video we talked about the rate, calculation the rate. Now we are now going to take how to get the value that will be depreciated. You cannot get the accuracy by putting the rate. You are going to depreciate the value alongside with the computation of the profit and loss account of an organization or of your company. So how do you get this value now? Okay, now it is called, you are going to do it by the cost minus the residual. That's the total cost of the asset under review minus the scrap or residual all over the estimated, okay, all over the what? The number of years, the number of years or the estimated value of the material of the distance of the this is itself. This is calculated thus. This is how it is being calculated. Okay? Now let's assume 20 years. Okay, you have about 20,000. That's the value. Okay, all over that you have the minus. Okay, you're going to minus. Okay. Okay, what we are talking about is the residual value. We are going to estimate the value of the residual, that is scrap. Let's assume this scrap is 500. Okay, 5,000. Let's put it that way. Okay, then the estimated years could be like 20 years. Which means the original cost of the material of this thing could be like maybe 20 years, like 20,000 of the assets. Okay, 20,000 of the assets. Okay, there is it, 20,000 minus 5,000 of the residual or the scrap value of the scrap value. Okay, then times the 20 years. Okay, whatever it gives you is what you have here. That's the value you are going to get. Then it will be equal to the value. Will be equal to the value of what you get, which means the total original cost of the material of the assets under review minus the scrap or the residual. In this case, we have 20,000. That is the value, original value of the asset. Okay. Now you minus 50,000 that is expected to be the residual, the scrap, based on the market value. Okay, or the site done. Then know that it's going to give us 5,000. Then it will all over the number of years. In this case, it's 20 years. Then it will give you whatever you have here is the value. This value you get here. The value you get here is going to give you what you be tabulated in the profit and loss in the profit and loss account, where depreciation will be tabulated. That will give you the value of what you will write there as the depreciation cost. Thank you very much. So we just said it. So it's the original cost of the asset minus the residual cost and the residual or the scrap value all over the number of years. Then it's going to give you the value of what you are going to tabulate as an accountant. That's going to where you say depreciation. That's what you are going to write. Depreciation. That's the figure you are going to write. Let's assume you arrive at the figure. In that case, we arrive if we cancel this 00. Okay. then 2 here, 10. 10 times 500. Or then you minus this from this. You have 15,000. Okay, 15,000, 0. Then you have about 30 something, 3,000 something. As the value that will be depreciated every year. Every year. Let's do the calculation again. Now let's do it. Let's do it now. 20 years. This one go here. This one go here. Here 1. Here 10. Okay. Now I have 10, 10, 0, 0. Okay. Now, so you just subtract this from 10,000 minus 500. Okay. You have 0, 0, 0, 10 here, 0, 0, 10 here. You have 5. Then you have 9. Now, the value here will be 9,500. Let's see it now. 9,500. 9,500. That will be reduced every year. That will be depreciated every year until we get to that 20 years of that estimated value of the listing. When the asset now will be disposed of completely. When the asset now will be disposed of completely. Now we get 9,500. That's the value that will be reduced every year on a straight line, maybe for 10 years. After 10 years, the scrap will be the last part to have ended. It will be disposed of. Thank you very much.